Hallo. Awesome, cheers. So, before we proceed with our agenda, one quick and very important announcement. We'll have buffer closing time and dossier announcements in the end, and afterwards we have reflection groups within our plans. In between these two agenda points, before you go into your families and reflect over the day and what happened today, please, all delegates, come to the front and give back your vote delegation. If for some reason you don't, we'll have a problem tomorrow morning. So please make sure to give back all your voting devices before we're going up to our families. Cheers.
Das ist eine Box. Okay.
Kann ich mal zeigen, wie das hier aussieht? Wie das sehen? Sehen Sie einmal die ganzen Menschen, die bei sitzen. Genau. Haben wir nochmal einen kurzen Einblick, wie das hier aussieht. Ich möchte die Kamera mal fotografieren, dann sehen Sie auch schon, was dann vielleicht ein bisschen ab. Genau.
Ja, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Test, Test, Test. Hallo, hallo, hallo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Das funktioniert sehr, sehr gut.
Ja.
Gut. Dann würde ich mich. Moment. Okay, dann würde ich sagen, fangen wir an.
We begin.
Okay, ich gehe ein bisschen raus, dann ist der Soundkopplung besser. Und genau, dann würde ich. So, yeah, thank you everybody. I had a really nice coffee break. I really warmly welcome our next guest. It's Martina Blinder from Back to School. It's a program of HakuNA. It's a program of DAAD, Deutscher Akademischer Austauschdienst. And I'm really happy she took some time for us and will present the project to us the next 10 minutes. And if you have questions, please feel free to write them down and to ask afterwards. So without any delays, I would like to hand over to Blinder, and yeah, thank you for being here and giving us a presentation.
Yeah, thank you very much for the invitation and for being here. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, ESN members. I'm very happy to be here with you, even if it's only virtual. I'm sorry that I can't be with you there in Braunschweig, but we have some dates also here at HakuNA, so it wasn't possible for me to travel. But anyway, I'd like to take the opportunity today to present our new program Back to School to you. Just at the beginning, a short note about myself. My name is Martina Blinder. Well, I work at a national agency at DAAD, and here I'm team leader. I'm responsible for the programs Europa macht Schule, Back to School, and the Lokale Erasmus University. I guess some of you may know them. And well, I'd like to talk now about Back to School, which is part of the program, the well-established program Europa macht Schule. Also guess that some of you may know it already. In English, we call it Europe Meets School. It's not the best introduction, but yeah, I think Europe Meets School is a voluntary program that promotes international encounters. And through this program, international exchange students who come from all over the world can realize interactive projects in schools in Germany. These projects of the international students are coordinated and organized by local voluntary teams that consist of students of the different German higher education institutions. So school is a new part of the program, and it gives, well, you can say it's the other side. It gives students that recently came back from their stay abroad the opportunity to present their experiences they gathered abroad in a school in Germany. So, yeah, it works. I'd like to tell you what is Back to School, what are our objectives, how can you take part if you're interested, and of course at the end I'll ask you if there are any questions. So what is Back to School? As I already mentioned, it's designed for students that recently came back from their stay abroad, be it semester or internship abroad, it doesn't matter. So I guess that most of you know it on your own. Usually when you've been abroad, you return highly motivated and very enthusiastic about your experiences, but usually you don't really know how to share it with other people here in Germany. So I guess you're stuck in a bubble among your fellow students. Of course you talk to them, but you don't talk to other people usually, maybe family, of course, or friends, but not the local people here in Germany that don't, at the moment, have the opportunity to go abroad. So now Back to School gives these students, I guess, highly motivated, the opportunity to share the experiences with pupils here in Germany. So to take part, must be matriculated in a German higher education institution, and you should have been returned no more than 1.5 years ago from your stay abroad. As I already said, it can be semester or internship in the European higher education area or funded with Erasmus+. So then the students realize an interactive project that lasts at least 2 lessons in a school in Germany. For example, in the former school, maybe primary school or secondary school, it doesn't matter. But it can be also any other school where you can go and present your the experience from your stay abroad. And of course, in order to be able to realize the project, the students get financial support of us. We pay 30 euros expense allowance, for example, for material you need during the project, and additionally, we reimburse the travel expenses applicable, of course, maybe if you travel to your former school. So that's the way it works. And what do we want to reach with Back to School? What are our objectives? Well, first of all, I already said that Back to School expands the perspective of the Europa macht Schule project. Yes, well, I would say Back to School provides pupils the perspective of a peer. Let's say a younger person who's from the region, who has been abroad, and who has gathered various experiences abroad, and now pupils in the school get in touch with a person that is from the region and see, wow, it's cool to go abroad and what you can do. So on the other side, as I already also said, Back to School allows these students to spread their cultural experiences, and in this way to foster and strengthen European values. And last but not least, I think it's very important, it encourages pupils in a very early stage in life to reflect about cultural diversity and also to raise interest in other cultures and raise interest in they are brought on their own maybe later in life. So how you can take part at at Back to School is first of all you need to contact the teacher or the school, depends on the situation. Then the students register with us at DAD. They tell us that they want to do the project. Then they implement the project, and after all, after handing in the project report, you get a certificate and an expense allowance. So if you're interested in Back to School, or maybe you know someone who may be interested in Back to School, of course feel free to contact us at our team, reach us backtoschool@DAD.de. Yeah, that's it. And that's just a brief presentation, and it's all I wanted to tell you about Europa macht Schule and Back to School. I hope it's interesting for you, and someone wants to join us, and of course, now, are there any questions of you?
Yeah, we're opening right now the speakers.
How you can organize it? Maybe someone can gather the questions and tell me.
Yeah, we're opening a speakers list for that. So you know what to do.
Okay. Okay, people. Who has a question? Is there a question? You have a question? Okay, I will go there. So you can introduce yourself.
Isabel is in Darmstadt. My question would be, is there rationale behind the 1.5 years rule? So here are a lot of very enthusiastic people that have been abroad, but maybe before the pandemic and would love to share their experience, but apparently we aren't allowed to participate in the Back to School program. So is there any reason for that?
Sorry, I can't really hear you. I think the microphone is not.
Okay, the question was, can you maybe explain this 1.5 year rule? So, because some people were abroad like pre-pandemic, which is almost more than 2 years ago. So can you explain that a bit?
Yeah, that's actually a rule of the program, and it's quite different to change it. I guess we can't. And why we do this is because abroad should have been recently. So we need a time that is defined when you came back. So I guess 1.5 years after coming back, and it's the actual day to came back, you're like in the spirit. But 5 years later, you're back in Germany, you're back in your everyday life, and so I guess it's quite far away what you experience abroad. Of course, you but it's different, and we just want recent experiences in school. But I'd say if there is anybody who's been abroad 20 months ago, contact us and we can have a look at it and ask about the situation. Maybe there is a chance, but I'd have to check this.
Okay, thank you. I think we have one more question. Let's go first on the other side. Oh, no, so introduce yourself and the question, please.
Yeah.
Hallo, ja, das ist auch mal jetzt in Braunschweig. Are there certain programs to promote at the school? So if students would say, hey, that's super cool, I also want to go somewhere abroad and make this experience, is there certain things we can promote to people at school? Or is it just, hey, but you have to wait until you are studying to go somewhere?
I hope I got it right. It was quite quite hard to hear, but no, it's just it has to be an interactive project. So we don't want that you to be in front of the class and talk 2 hours about your stay abroad with a presentation. No. A brief presentation and then just talk about your experience. You can do anything you want. You can also cook with the students or discuss political systems. Whatever you want to do, but it should be interactive so that the pupils can share your experience. Of course, we can provide information about the possibilities to go abroad if you want it.